Stick around because today we're going to be talking about a snake on a stick. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Josiah Douglas and I'm actually standing on a step right now. If I take one step down, then I've got this cool like halo thing over my head. Isn't that cool? See that? It's like because there's a thing behind me, and if I stand right here, then it's over my head. I do biblical inspiration and motivation here on YouTube 5 days a week. That's the kind of thing that you're into. You can go ahead and hit the subscribe button and we can do this every day together. Today we're going to be talking about Numbers 21 verse 9. I actually haven't even found it in my Bible yet. So while I'm turning to it, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. Basically, the Israelites, they complained to God again because that's basically all that they do in Numbers and Deuteronomy and Leviticus and Exodus. It's like their thing. It's like their go-to, complaining, right? So they were complaining again, and God got fed up with them again because that's what God does in Leviticus and Exodus and Numbers and Deuteronomy, right? It just happens over and over again. God got fed up with them, and he sent a whole bunch of snakes, and the snakes started biting the people, and when they got bit by the snake, they would die. And the people, they're like, oh no, we sinned, we complained again, because that's what the people do in Exodus and Leviticus and Numbers and Deuteronomy, is they realize that God's mad at them, and so they say, stop being mad at us, what can we do to make it better and stop dying? And God tells Moses to make a bronze snake. Make a bronze snake and wrap it around a pole, a bronze snake on a bronze pole, and put it up in the center of the camp, really high so people could see it. So wherever they are in the camp, if they get bit by a snake, they can look up and they can see the snake and they'll get healed. I actually may have just given away the verse. Let me read it to you. It was Numbers 21:9. It says, so Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on a pole, and if a serpent bit anyone, he would look at the bronze serpent and live. Turns out it's not a snake, it's a serpent. Is there a difference? Anyways, basically anytime that they would get bit by one of these serpents, instead of dying, they would just look up at the bronze serpent and they would live. And see, all of this is actually just an amazing story, something fun to know about, right? But it's also a picture of Jesus. You see, when we get in trouble, when a snake comes, when the devil comes and he bites us, and we're going to die, what should we do? We need to look to Jesus. Just like the Israelites, they could look to this bronze serpent and they could be healed after being bitten by the snake. We can do the same thing. When we get bitten by sin, when we get bitten by hurt, when we get bitten by the things of this world that are meant to kill us, the things that Satan sends our way to trip us up, to mess us up, when we fall back into the sin that Satan knows that we fall back into, what can we do? What should we do? We need to look to Christ. The same way that the Israelites were healed when they looked to the serpents, we would get healed, we'll get healed if we look to Christ. When he died on the cross, he paid for our sins. And all we have to do is to look to him, and the sins that we commit, the things that Satan sends our way to trip us up, we'll be forgiven for it. And it's in the past, and we don't need to worry about it anymore. So when you mess up, when Satan sends a snake to bite you, to destroy you and get you off your path, look to Christ. Go back to Christ. Don't be ashamed. Don't run away. Don't go deeper into that sin. Look to Christ. So that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I just did that whole thing in one take. And I usually have to stop and start. And you've seen them. You've seen me before. You've seen my other videos. I stop and start a lot. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, then I have a feeling that you're going to like this video too. You should watch it. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and go ahead and leave me a comment below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.